Hello again, music maker, family, beat makers, producers, artists, whoever you are. What's up? It's Strat Carter here from Strategic Audio with another video. I'm just about to release a new loop kit. Actually, it's out. And I wanted to break down one of my favorite samples from the kit. And that's exactly what this video is all about. Simple sample breakdown. You probably heard the sample preview. So let's jump right in and I'll explain the passion that I have for this genre and why I think this loop kit is great for anybody who also loves this genre. As usual, started with a nice jazzy piano. Piano Tech 8 is pretty much my piano plugin of choice. It's just great. And this is what the piano sounds like. I gotta mention, I'm playing in B minor, not just the natural minor. I'm playing in the harmonic minor. And that harmonic minor is kind of what helps add a little extra jazziness to it. You'll see when you hear. So in terms of genre, what I'm doing here is I'm playing in that jazz rap, jazz hop, jazzy boom bap kind of vibe. And if you take a look at the one good thing about Piano Tech is if you look down here when the loop plays, it gives you the chord that you're playing. And I'm playing a lot of ninth chords here. The first chord is a B minor 9. Then you'll see at the very end of the chord progression as it loops back around, you're going to see a B flat diminished chord. Check it out. So the combination of the ninth chords and that diminished chord that at the end that wants so badly to resolve back to the one chord or the B minor 9 is those two elements, along with the tone of the piano, of course, give it that jazzy feel. Anyway, enough about that. I have a different video on the beauty of diminished chords and minor 9 and ninth chords in general that you can go and watch. I'll probably link it down below. Let's move on to the next instrument in this loop. Next up, I played a guitar. I picked up my rusty old Stratocaster. It's not really an official Stratocaster, but it has that style. Picked it up and played this guitar melody. So if you'll notice, even if I go back to the piano for a second, I don't do too much in terms of trying to be extravagant with effects. The plugins I use are just the bread and butter, the foundational plugins to carve out some EQ space. RC20 gives it as the name says, it gives it that color, a reverb to kind of set the space that it's in, and compressor. And I do that generally for all the instruments and the samples that I make. I'm not one of those sample makers who does too much, bending and twisting and morphing. I do that if I'm doing trap, but I love to do soulful, I love to do jazzy, and they need to be organic. So my effect style is organic. Moving on to the next instrument, and that is a Rhodes. And for the Rhodes, I believe I used Piano Tech 8 once again. So let's hear how that Rhodes sounds. And by the way, nothing too fancy with the Rhodes, yeah? It's the same exact chord progression as the grand piano. All right, let's move on to the next instrument in this. Oh wait, before I go to that, yeah, for the effects on the Rhodes, just like I said, my philosophy is keep it organic, keep it simple, carve out the EQ, give it a space, make it feel as though it's in a jazz club for this particular genre. That's what I was trying to achieve, and some compression. And sometimes you don't even really need all of this. it depends on your sound selection. It depends on the quality of your samples or the quality of the plugins that you're using, or maybe most definitely the quality of the actual performance. If you're working with live instrumentalists and they're really good, and the mic placement is good for instruments that need to be mic'd, sometimes you need very minimal processing. But the idea for soulful and for jazzy and for stuff that sounds like a band could play, you keep it minimal, you keep it organic. That's my philosophy. All right, next in line in terms of melodic elements is bass. For the bass, we used Moto Bass 2 from IK Multimedia. This is the free version, so you don't have to break the bank. You can make some good stuff. I'm not going to repeat my philosophy on effects. As you can see, bare minimum, EQ and compression. Next instrument up is the saxophone. Saxophone is kind of a staple of that jazzy style. If you listen to a lot of old school boom bap stuff from Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Tribe Called Quest, Dilla, and countless others in that style, you're gonna hear a lot of samples that contain sax, and those guys were some of the best ever in history when it came to jazzy hip hop, and that's what we're doing here. So here goes the sax, and this was played with a free plugin, the Iowa Alto sax. Sounds pretty great. For a free plugin, that's got some pretty good sax nuances. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but for this genre and for the effect that I wanted to go for, it fit perfectly. That was actually the last melodic element for this sample. I just added some drums to see how the drums would fit on it, and the drums sounded like this. That traditional 90s type of boom bap, cool, smooth, jazzy boom bap. All right, so let's put it all together and hear how everything sounds. So this is the full sample playing with drums. So yeah, for those of you producers and beat makers out there who are more into this style, it's kind of a more old school style. You may have a more mature kind of ear. You like that chill, vibey, jazzy, old school boom bap. You're really into the 90s vibe. This is the kind of sample that you might want to use and throw some completely different drums on it. You might want to take this sample, flip it, twist it, pitch it, chop it, rearrange it. This is perfect for that. And it gives you the vibe, if that's the vibe you're looking for, it gives you that vibe 100%. At least I think so. I think it's pretty authentic to this style. Anyway, this sample is from the free version of my newest loop kit. It's called Smoky Rooms, and it's available at probably the first link in the description. Both versions are available there, the free version and the premium version. If you love the free version and you want more, you can get the premium version. There is also a discount code for anyone who wants to check it out. There's also a whole host of other packs there that are all musical, all soulful, all have that really organic vibe. That's me, that's the style I'm into. And if that's your style, then maybe we can connect and collab. You can use some of my samples, and you know, we go from there. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like it, please hit like. If you want more, please hit subscribe. Grab the free version of the pack in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.